up, guys? Today got another review for you. Walking through this little tree area place. I don't know, it's a place I used to come when I was in like high school. This was like the place to hang out for me. Looks way different now, which is crazy. I haven't been here in like 8 years, I'd say. Yeah, the place that we used to all come and sit down and hang out and stuff is gone, so that's depressing. But anyways, yeah, we got a review for you guys today. That's nasty. That is a sock. Wow, okay. Anyways, yeah, got a nice review for you guys today. I've said that about 3 times now. I'm trying to find a good spot with some decent shade so it's not too bright. Gonna set that right there. And no, it is not on the Kraken. Actually, it will be on, let me get it out of my bag. It'll be on the JK Designs Orca V2. First off, I'd just like to start off by saying that the packaging for this is crazy. I don't normally see a whole lot of knife makers sending them in these pouches or anything. And not only is it a pouch, but it's a microfiber cloth, which I think is phenomenal, actually. I like, you know, the dual purpose, hold your knife and you can clean it. But I don't use it to clean my knives. I just like to keep it good condition, you know, just in case I do. If I do end up trying to resell it, I'd rather, like me personally, I wouldn't want to buy one that has like a dirty cloth, like a bunch of griminess and oil and all that stuff all over it. So I try to keep it good condition for future buyers. I don't really plan on selling this anytime soon, but you know, just in case, so I don't mess anything up as far as that. But yeah, I just think this is really cool thought. That dog hair on it though, that's nasty. But yeah, it's a really cool design on it. Nice material. The microfiber cloth on it is really nice, which I can appreciate. Let me just put this away. So yeah, here it is. JK Designs Orca V2. I got the one that has the double slots, the 3D milling on it, blackened handles, S35VN Deco blade, I think is what they call it. I think the blade is, honestly, it's really sick. It's the main reason that I wanted it so bad. I did want the V1 Orca ever since like he announced it and showed it. Do you hear these birds going crazy right now? That's okay. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, I don't know how many of these he exactly made, but I know he did make like different builds of the Orca V2. I think I heard someone say this is like a 1 of 30. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, I believe it's a 1 of 30. These range anywhere from, I'd say like 900, 950 to probably 1200. The market has been pretty crazy recently as far as more expensive knives, as far as like JK Design stuff, because I'll see his stuff open bid for like $2,000 and then I'll see it resell for $950, which I think is wild. That's also like the main reason I won't be getting rid of this anytime soon, because I did trade sorry, I did trade my Cygnus plus some cash for it, and I would be losing out on a lot if I did try to resell it right now. But yeah, like I said, I don't plan on getting rid of this. It's not like the most fantastic flipper ever, but it is really good. I think someone is doing donuts over there. Jeez. But yeah, it's not like the best flipper, but it is good. For me, I like longer knives, longer, like lighter knives. And this isn't like a super short knife by any means. Compared to the Kraken, I feel like it's a good comparison. It's a little bit shorter. I think this is like 9.75 something inches, full length, and it weighs about 4.2 ounces. Could be completely wrong. I'll insert it in if I am wrong. But yeah, it's not like too heavy, I'd say, but it does hold weight in certain spots that make it feel like it's heavier, if that makes any sense. It's definitely, in my opinion, more blade heavy, just because, I mean, blade is pretty big, but it's a lot smaller overall than I thought it would be in person, because originally looking at this, it looks like it'd be, you know, like a big chunky knife. It'd be heavy and bulky and all that, but having it in your hands, it's a lot smaller than you would think, and it weighs less than you'd think. Like the V1s, I thought those things would probably be like over 5 ounces. I don't know exactly how much the V1s weigh, but I do know that the V2s are a little bit more slim as far as like the handles go, because yeah, I don't know if you can tell the thinness. Let me compare it also to the Kraken. Yeah, they're about the same as a Kraken. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty good flipper. It just takes some getting used to, at least for me, because of like the weight distribution and all of that. But I do actually really enjoy the way it flips. And the build quality is, you know, obviously top tier, especially for how much you're spending. You're spending that much for the quality of it, honestly. Because, you know, it is expensive, but that doesn't make it flip infinitely better than like the $400, $500 range. But it is also just personal preference. I do enjoy the way it flips, but I don't flip it a whole lot just because this is more of a collector's piece to me, because I've been hunting for an Orca V1 or V2 since, you know, he released the V1s, and I was lucky enough to snag this one up. The guy I did the trade with was nice enough to let me give him my Cygnus plus, you know, some cash. And do I regret giving him the Cygnus for it? A little bit. Just because I think the Cygnus flips a lot better. Again, that's just personal preference. That being said, I did trade another knife to get a Cygnus again, so keep an eye out for that in the future. I do also have a knife out for delivery right now, actually, that I'll be using in a future review as well. I do have quite a few knives that I will be reviewing in the near future. Try not to do them all at once, and, you know, actually be able to put some thought and my actual thoughts, not rush the reviews for them. But yeah, the blackening on the handles has held up a lot better than I thought it would, just because I've seen in other knives it like rubs off, scratches very easily. But this actually is really solid. It has like a more of like a weathered kind of blackening on it, which I do enjoy. And Yeah, this is like the first time I'm flipping it outside of my room, because I do baby this thing. I'm not gonna lie, I do baby it a lot. So the most it's ever hit was like the carpet, occasionally like my wall. It'll bounce off my bed and like hit my wall. But yeah, there's no dings, any scratches, no scuffs on it. And so yeah, I can appreciate that as well. That's why I'm also hesitant to get most anos, just because they do rub off. Unless obviously it's done by someone really good. Shout out to Blake, because he's the GOAT, honestly. He's working on one of my knives right now, actually. He's not doing any crazy anos on it. It's a Phobos, also has the blackening on it. But when I got it secondhand, and there was some like dents and scratches in the blackening, and then a bunch of chips on like the blade and stuff. But you know, he's the GOAT, so he sent me a video of it actually yesterday, and it looks absolutely like brand new. So I'm super excited for that. Yeah, shameless plug for Blake there. I would go check him out if you could. What else? It does carry momentum pretty good once you get it going. It takes a little bit to get it going, but yeah, once you get it going, it's definitely has a good flow. One thing I do wish I had about this, I do wish I had like the speed channel. I just feel like it would make it flip just a tad bit better. But the weight reduction with obviously the cutouts and all that stuff definitely makes it a little bit more enjoyable. I don't really have any complaints about this knife, honestly, other than the fact that, you know, it's a little shorter than what I'm used to, and it's a tad bit heavier than what I'm used to. But other than that, there's really nothing I can actually complain about. Oof, almost just took my finger off. But yeah, I actually had to re-record this review because just the quality didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, and the lighting, all that stuff, the sound, it just kind of sounded off. And it just feels, and this is also my first time using like a GoPro for recording, just because I feel it makes it a little easier to record the reviews and not have to like hold the camera all weird and try and get it in the shot. But yeah, I'd say like flippability wise, I'd give it about like a 8 out of 10, just personal preference, just because like I said, it's a little shorter, a little bulkier, heavier. But that doesn't mean it's by any means wow, a bad flipper. It's just personal preference. Build quality is gonna have to be 10 out of 10, just because you can feel like how solid this knife is. I did get it secondhand, but even then, like, there's no tap at all on any of the handles. There's no play. There's no play. And the blackening on it obviously is super durable from what I've heard, and it shows. I do like that it has like a weathered kind of look to it. Just makes it more aesthetically pleasing for me, at least. The blade came extremely sharp. When I first got it, I tried doing like a basic opening, and it just barely like tapped my finger. Instantly started bleeding. So this knife was a little scary at first to flip, but yeah, like I said, just warming up to it made it a lot better, in my opinion. As far as like the sound, it sounded a lot more quiet and muffled when I first got it, but flipping it, over the last, I'd say, month I think I've had it. The sound has definitely improved. It sounds a lot more ringy and bouncy and everything, which I do enjoy. And it feels like after breaking it in, it flips a lot better. It flows a lot more. It's a lot more smooth. Yeah, so I'm definitely enjoying flipping it a lot more now. Ooh. But yeah, the whole quality of the knife, I'd say, yeah, it's 10 out of 10. I definitely, if you have the opportunity to get one, I would recommend it. Like I said, for the price, it's not gonna make it flip infinitely better. It's not gonna like make every trick so much easier to do just because of how much it is. You're mainly just paying for the quality and the craftsmanship that goes into this. Julian's also just a really cool dude. I've tried his Orca trainer, the G10 Orca trainer, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it that much. Wow. I didn't like it that much just because it has like a really weird balance. It feels very blade heavy, like way more blade heavy than this does. And it's also just really slippery, but I feel like that's also just how G10 is to begin with. But I've also tried his Monarch V2, which I did enjoy. It was a bit slippery just because I don't know, it just felt very slick and smooth on the tops of the handles. And yeah, just being in Colorado, it's like I said in my last video, it's so hard for me to flip outside just because everything slips out of my hands. That's why I can't really flip like aluminum trainers or anything, aluminum knives outside, because they'll just fly right out of my hands. And even titanium, people say titanium is less slippery. I can't tell the difference, honestly. It just, all of them slip out of my hands unless they have some insane grip like the Reaper, or they have like good cutouts, like the Orca has these cutouts, and the milling on the handles, it does add more grip, so it makes it a little bit better. But yeah, the only knife I've confidently been able to flip outside without being worried about dropping it is my Sagaya, and that's just because of the like laser etching on the handles and the stone wash that I would put on it, and the cutouts. Honestly, that knife is just phenomenal. I said in my last video, it's literally my favorite flipper ever. But yeah, this knife is pretty good. The flipping wise, it's really good. Build wise, it's phenomenal. Packaging is amazing. I'm a sucker for good packaging. The sound, I know a lot of people, or most people, don't really care about the sound. I'm a sucker for sound. Like, if it sounds good, I love it. But like the Gale, the Sagaya, even the Kraken, it sounds my Kraken probably doesn't sound too good. I've had this one for about 2 years now, but I love the way it sounds, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna put that away before I throw it at a tree on accident. But yeah, overall, I'd say if you get a chance to get it, get it. It is quite a bit of money, but with the way the market's been recently, you could probably get one of these for maybe $950, $1,000, which still is an insane amount of money. But you know, people are reselling Tsunamis that go for, I think, like 700. I don't know the exact price on them, but they go for 700 from what I've heard, and they're selling them for 1,200, which I think is wild. I can't see myself spending $1,100 on a Tsunami. but maybe I'll get one in the future once the price goes down. But yeah, definitely would recommend getting this if you could. I'm looking forward to trying any of JK's other stuff, like the Embargo. I almost got that one instead of this, but this one is the exact build that I want, like the blackening and the double slots. It is missing the speed channel, which sucks, but you know, can't be too picky when it comes to this when you get the chance, you know. Yeah, not really anything else that I could think of as far as saying for this. It's a beautiful knife. It flips good. The price is all over the place, so I can't give you an exact price on it, but I think it's worth the money. Even if you're just like collecting it, it's definitely a good collector's piece, aside from the fact that they flip really good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I will be putting out more. I think my next video is going to be on the Squiddy aluminum, Squiddy Owl. So I'm looking forward to making that one. That one's going to be fun, just because I really enjoy it, actually. Yeah, I'll save my thoughts for that video, but definitely keep an eye out for that video. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to know anything else about this knife that I may have missed in the video. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys next time.